know who this is. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Here. What? What do you mean you still don't know who it is? This face is like more prominent than Ronald McDonald. What? No, not just to the Goth and alt community. First of all, how do you not know who Jack Skellington is? You are not related to me. I know that. I knew that before. But Mom and Dad are like waiting to talk to you about that. What? I'm fucking with you. But I might not be if you don't know who this guy is. No, it's not something I'm into just because Tommy's into. No. Speaking of Tommy, what? How do you know I snuck out with Tommy the other night? You're maniacal. You're a little sociopath. I didn't, but if I did, that's none of your business, is it? Is it any of your business? No, it's not. I'm feeling a little sisterly tonight. Do you want to make a deal? Do you want to make a deal? Okay. Disney, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. No, he's not wearing the same bow tie in that picture. That's a very good observation you've made. Thank you for that. A crowd of creatures stood awaiting in the center of Halloween Town when Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, arrived. They cheered, celebrating another successfully spooky holiday. Successfully spooky, successfully spooky. Great Halloween, everybody, Mayor said as the group quieted down. I believe it was our most frightful yet, Jack said. Thank you, everyone. That's the mayor. That's Jack, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. I mean, honestly, do you have friends at school? Be honest with me. Well, okay. Just because y'all are all in the marching band together doesn't mean all 100 of those people are your friends. Well, no, I haven't never been in marching band. Whatever. But Jack soon... Do you want me to read this to you, by the way? Because I cannot. I can just not. Okay. The deal stands. But Jack soon left the party and joined his ghost dog, Zero, in the quiet graveyard. After so many Halloweens, he was growing bored with the same old things. Sally, a rag doll created by Dr. Finkelstein, watched Jack wander through the graves. She understood how he felt. She also wanted more in life, but Dr. Finkelstein refused to set her free. Jack walked all night with Zero, going deep into the woods. He came to a clearing surrounded by 7 large trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each with a different door painted on it. What is this? Jack wondered aloud. He was most curious about the door with the pine tree symbol. He opened the door and was swept up by a strong gust of wind. The wind pulled Jack down into darkness. There's Zero, the ghost dog. And there's the door that Jack fell into. Jack landed on a snowy hill above a town filled with colorful lights and joyful sounds. He was thrilled. There were so many new things for him to see, from snow falling to people singing songs to a large man shouting. Ho, 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 Jack thought he heard the man being called Santa Claus say. Jack learned that he was in a place called Christmas Town. taking it all in. Jack sees a snowman, sees a Christmas tree, and who he thinks people are calling Santa Claus. For the first time, Jack returned to Halloween Town and told everyone about his adventure. While people were excited to hear about the unusual Santa Claus, they didn't understand the strange, unscary holiday Jack described. After weeks of learning all he could about Christmas, Jack made an announcement. "This year, Christmas will be ours," he shouted. Everyone cheered, except Sally. She had picked a weed in Jack's yard, which had grown into a Christmas tree and then caught fire. Considering that a bad omen, Sally expected Jack's plan to end horribly. But because she loved him, she vowed to do her best to help him succeed. There's Jack trying to explain to the Halloween Town residents why Christmas will be theirs this year. And there's Jack excited. The mayor's excited. And Sally's worried. Preparations for Christmas were underway in Halloween Town, and everyone was pitching in. Dr. Finkelstein made skeleton reindeer, and ghosts and ghouls decorated the square. And despite her reservations, Sally sewed Jack his own Santa Claus suit. Jack called on Lock, Shock, and Barrel for a top-secret job. They ran into Christmas Town and kidnapped Santa Claus. Jack needed Santa Claus out of the way so he could deliver presents this year. Jack told the trio to make Santa Claus comfortable, that he was a very important guest, but instead they took him to their boss, Oogie Boogie, a villain who loved to cause chaos. Sally sewing a Santa Claus suit. And there is, let's see, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and Jack. And Santa Claus. Soon it was Christmas Eve, and Jack was ready to spread joy. "We're off," he shouted to an excited crowd. With Zero leading his coffin sleigh, Jack shot into the sky. But the scary toys Jack delivered were not all what the children expected. Instead of joy, Jack's presence spread fear throughout the world. So, pay attention. He's in the Santa Claus suit, and he's got his skeleton reindeer and his ghost dog with the jack-o'-lantern nose. It's like, what could go wrong, you know? We'll take it from here. Well, this little kid got a shrunken head. This one got a jack-o'-lantern. Jack in the box, literally not what the jack part means. And then these toys, I mean, can you imagine? I'm pretty sure this one's flying, so. As the residents of Halloween Town watched Jack through a witch's cauldron, Sally worried that something could go wrong. She knew what she had to do. "Where'd they take that Santa Claus?" she shouted, and left to find him. While Jack flew home, spotlights shone on him. "They're thanking us for doing such a good job," Jack told Zero. He quickly learned they were trying to blast him out of the sky. There's Sally, and they're watching Jack in the cauldron. There's Jack falling from the sky. Jack's sleigh was damaged and it fell to the ground, landing in a graveyard. At first, Jack was disappointed. Everything had gone wrong despite his good intentions. But then he realized that although he had wanted to do something wonderful, he had also been trying to be someone he was not. The realization cheered him. He was ready to be the Pumpkin King once more. He vowed to make next year's Halloween the best ever. But this night wasn't done. "Come on, Zero," Jack said, heading back to Halloween Town. "Christmas isn't over yet." There's Zero and there's Jack. After he fell from the sky. After he fell from grace. And here he is when he realizes who he's meant to be. Back in Halloween Town, Jack raced to Oogie Boogie's lair and was shocked to find not only Santa Claus, but Sally. They were both tied up and in danger. Jack was touched that Sally had tried so hard to help him. Jack freed the pair, but then he was trapped by Oogie Boogie. Here is Sally, Santa Claus, Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie, Oogie Boogie, Oogie Boogie. And there's Jack. Here to save the day. "How dare you treat my friends so shamefully," Jack shouted. He was about to pull loose a thread on Oogie Boogie's burlap sack body, and when he did, it fell apart, and all the bugs that made up Oogie Boogie scattered everywhere. Gross. Ew. Jack apologized to Santa Claus for what he had done. "I hope there's still time," he said. "To fix Christmas?" Santa Claus asked. "Of course there is. I'm Santa Claus." And with a little magic, Santa floated away to save the holiday. There's Santa Claus, not Santa Claus. And Jack. While everyone celebrated Jack's return, Santa Claus flew overhead and brought snow to Halloween Town for the first time. Later, Jack found Sally in the graveyard and took her hands. He was happy that things were back to the way they were meant to be. There is all the snow on Spiral Hill and in the cemetery, and Jack and Sally. Cute. Now get out. Seriously, get out of my room. A deal's a deal. Don't be like that. Did you like it or whatever? I mean, let's just take them out. Bone Daddy. Here to save the day. Not qualified for Christmas, but we stand a hero. A self-realized, self-reflected, accepting who we are meant to be. Skeleton King, the Pumpkin King, Pumpkin King, Pumpkin King. So now you know the story of the Nightmare Before Christmas and who Jack Skellington is. I've got to go to Tommy's now. My friends are waiting for me, so get out. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, okay, seriously.